from. Your past is a gift. Okay, so last night I had a really bad dream, and I think sometimes these dreams are there to wake us up. So in my dream, I was overseas and I was visiting relatives, and I hadn't seen them in such a long time. So we're just catching up and we're talking. And I have my little one next to me in my dream. And for some reason she was putting coins in her mouth. And she had a whole bunch of them until all of a sudden she couldn't breathe anymore. You know, she started choking on them. And I started pulling all these coins out of her mouth, and no matter how many I got out, there was always one stuck further down, and I couldn't get her to breathe again. And in the panic, I think of this not being able to get the coin out and her not breathing and not waking up, I woke up, you know, in quite a state. And when I have those dreams, for whatever reason, I can't get back to sleep because I have that image stuck in my head after, you know, of that moment. And of course, you go through that, you know, you have those moments that wake you up and you remember the few days before and you think, oh, you know, that moment where I didn't have patience with her, and that moment where, you know, I didn't spend time with her. I could have made time to be with her and I was busy doing something else, you know. And so you start to beat yourself up about all sorts of things. But all of a sudden I found myself sitting there this morning and then thinking, if something happened to her, or something happened to my husband, none of the things around me would matter. All the money in the world would not make a difference if they're not in my life. You know, all the cars, the house, the swimming pools, all those lovely things that are there to be enjoyed in this life wouldn't have the same meaning to me if I didn't have them, because so much of the work I've done here with these videos, with my book, all of this was actually created for my daughter. You know, that one day this may serve her, that she doesn't have to spend 40 years of her life in a fog, you know, in the darkness, bumping into things because, you know, you keep banging your head on the wall thinking, why am I not getting this? You know, what am I doing wrong? You feel like you're not aligned with the universe, like everything's against you, you know. So I don't want her to have that kind of life, you know, because she has the knowledge now. It's all there in the book. It's all here in the videos. All she has to do is read and listen and understand that what matters is life and love and those around you, those that you're sharing your life with. You know, next year she starts big school, and I keep telling her, you know, that big school is so important, but to me it's not important in the sense of all the things that she's going to learn, that she's going to learn to read, that she's going to learn maths, that she's going to learn all the subjects that they teach at school. To me, that's secondary. The most important thing that she will learn from school is the social side of it. Understanding others, being compassionate, you know, being empathetic, being considerate, helping when you can, you know, discovering who you really are by being all these things, being generous, being honest. All the things we've talked about, all the gifts that we've talked about in all the past videos. You know, because when you think about it, honestly, if you have your child come to you and they've just fallen down and they're in tears because their knees are grazed and they're in pain, there's blood everywhere, you're not going to give them a $10 bill and say, here, you know, here you go, that'll fix it. That's not what they want. You know? They want a cuddle. They want reassurance from us that it's going to be okay, that we can fix it with our love. And many times just a band-aid and a kiss and a hug will fix it. 5 minutes later they'll be back to playing regardless of the pain that they're in. So I want you to think about that today, about the relationships around you, because they're there for you. They're there for you to discover all the gifts inside of you, whether you're using them or not. people around you are helping you to grow spiritually, mentally, emotionally, in every way. They're pushing you always. You know, and sometimes the people that we have in our lives bring out the worst in us until it's time for us to let go of that. You know, we don't need that anymore. We don't need to be that way anymore. We don't need to be angry. We don't need to be violent. We don't need to be all those things anymore. They don't serve us. So once you realize that you don't need to be that anymore, you can let them go. You can choose differently. You can choose to be different. All right, my darlings. Remember to click like and subscribe below so you don't miss any of the messages. And I'll see you in the next video, okay? I love you guys. Bye for now.